น่อย This copyrighted broadcast of the National Athletic Association of Schools, Colleges, and Universities may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of Nudge Plus.
And yet another chance for the young talents of our country to showcase what they can do on the hardwood. We welcome you once again here in the Philippine Christian University, home of the Dolphins in DASMARINAS Cavite. This is NAASCU Season 22, Usad sa 22. It's 𝐍ᴜᴅጵanylinan, Coach 𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒𝐒, and Stephanie Benito at the sidelines. And this is our third game of the day.
Yes.
It'll be between the EDERUN College's Titans and the New Era University Hunters.
Yes, a very interesting matchup, partners. Both teams came from a victory.
Both teams will want to continue their winning ways. And unfortunately, only one can prevail in today's contest. But right now, we'll be turning it over first to Stephanie Benito for a pre-game report.
Teamwork and brotherhood, those are two important ingredients in a basketball team na. Ang sabi nga sa akin ni Coach 𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒𝐂𝐔 ng New Era Hunters, dalawang seasons na daw niyang pinapatibay. Ito daw ang dahilan kung bakit sila nanalo during their first two games at ang strength nila coming into this game. Kung yun ang ingredients para sa Hunters, ang sabi naman sa akin ni Coach Pao, pagkalinawan ng EDERUN Titans, isa lang naman ang ingredient nila coming into today's game, and it's their skills. Kaya naman, he's making sure that everyone is contributing at lahat away may kilos at may ambag. Ngayon, which of these two very different strategies will work best in today's game? Abangan natin yan, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Stephanie, for that pre-game report. And indeed, it'll be a tough situation for both teams, actually, to get the W. Nonetheless, we'll be heading into this ball game. Definitely an intense matchup on our way. Again, just like what Coach 𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒𝐒 said, both teams coming off a W. But
Yes.
first, this 20-point W by New Era University against UMAC in their last outing.
Yes, it was a statement game for New Eras. They defeated University of Makati 88-68. They shot 47% in the field. Naman sa EDERUN, nanalo rin sila by 2 points against CUP. They shot 38% in the field, grabbed 41 rebounds, and dominated the points in the paint with 42 points.
Right now, the starting five being announced for New Era University, as they have their, of course, foreign student athletes in Torietsu Adams, Aldrich David, King Gallardo, and number 13, rather, I already said King Gallardo, and number 21, that is James Manzano. And then the starting five as well being announced for the EDERUN Titans. We have TJ Howe, Rejoice Jimenez. We also have number 12, Hans de los Reyes. They also have number 13, Paul Malano. And of course, their import, number 19, Mustafa Salaudin.
And again, a pretty interesting matchup coming right up, as both teams they have high expectations for themselves, partner. When I talked to Coach Pao, they wanted to be back in the Final Four. Samantalang dito sa New Era University, they want to go in and try to set their goal to be part of the semis and go to that championship finals game.
The first possession of the game will belong to New Era. Aldrich David will bring it down. Picked up by De Los Reyes as he successfully does bring it down. Meanwhile, good ball rotation coming from New Era. Adams has it. finding his teammates, finds King Gallardo. Drops it to Adams. First bucket of the game is a slam coming from Torihetsu Adams.
What a pick and roll action para dito kay Adams and Luanzon.
Again, that is Torihetsu Adams. Again, first bucket of the game is a thunderous slam. Meanwhile, 4-point play opportunity. That is EDERUN's number 13, Paul Malano, knocking down that three-pointer plus a foul.
And that's a great execution in the part of EDERUN, moving the ball around and setting a screen. And itong Malano was able to get an open three.
What a way to start our game. First, that thunderous slam coming from Torihetsu Adams. And then this potential 4-point play. And it is indeed a 4-point play coming from Paul Malano. So now it's 4-2. Up is the EDERUN Titans. Aldrich David, the ball is in his hands against Howe. He will lose it. Salaudin grabs the board, and here comes DJ Howe. Putting on the moves. Howe sends it to the other side, but that won't go in for De Los Reyes.
And a holding foul was called by Salaudin. This is first personal foul.
Meanwhile, Manzano. Oh, that a steal by DJ Howe, but saved it to the wrong person. But they will get it back. Jimenez will fire, but he won't hit. Rebound grabbed by Lauzon. It will be Lauzon as well to bring down the basketball. They find Manzano. A handoff to King Gallardo. Torihetsu Adams. Backing then Salaudin. Finds Manzano once again. And he will turn the ball over. It's now with EDERUN.
An unforced error para dito sa New Era. And that's their first turnover in the game.
Let's take another look on this thunderous slam to start the ball game. That is Torihetsu Adams off that King Gallardo feed. Meanwhile, this possession being handled by the Titans. Salaudin outside. De Los Reyes to Howe. They fire for three. That won't hit. Out of bounds. It will stay with the EDERUN Titans.
And great defense there in the part of New Era, standing in front of their man.
De Los Reyes. Oh, that was intended for Rejoice Jimenez, but that's going to be a steal. Aldrich David on the run. No good off the glass. Rebound captured by Salaudin. Here comes Paul Malano. He had a 4-point play earlier. Still with Malano. Puts on the moves. Gives it to the cutting Salaudin. Off the glass. It's good for EDERUN.
Great finish there by Salaudin off traffic.
Here comes Aldrich David. They're down by 4. So far, it's only one field goal for them. That thunderous slam from Adams a while ago. But now, right now, we're seeing Vincent Nablo enter the game for New Era. Manzano backing down Jimenez. Manzano out to Adams. Inside the key jumper, no good for Torihetsu Adams. DJ Howe to Paul Malano. No foul call. Howe gets it though. They keep it alive. To the other side. It's still with EDERUN. And right now we'll be turning it over first to Steph Benito for a report.
Coach Paul Pagkalinawan of the EDERUN Titans is aware that their opponent likes to run. So according to him, if there's one thing that they really worked on during their trainings, it's their transition defense. Aside from that, going against a team with really effective big mans, nag-focus daw ang koponan in enhancing their shooting since that's where their strength lies as well. Paalala lang ni Coach, a team coming into this game is to play smart and communicate both in offense and in defense. Yun muna sa ngayon, balik sa inyo.
Thank you very much, Steph, for that report. And indeed, it'll be actually for both teams be a tough matchup as both teams have FSAs.
Yes.
Both teams seems to really handle the basketball very well, and both teams coming off a W.
And you can see both teams are really executing, following their system of play, doing those type of handoff actions.
Meanwhile, that'll be out of bounds, but it'll stay with the EDERUN Titans. It'll be De Los Reyes triggering the inbound from the baseline. DJ Howe trying to get free. Finds Jimenez, it's back to De Los Reyes, out. Malano thought about the three, will fire one anyway, but he won't hit. Jimenez grabs the board, keeps it alive for EDERUN. De Los Reyes attacks, De Los Reyes attacking for two.
It's a great gather step para dito kay De Los Reyes. That's his first basket of the game.
Meanwhile, Toritzeo Adams has nowhere to go. Trying to find his teammates, finds the cutting King Gallardo.
A nice backdoor play here and a good find para dito kay Adams to a cutting Marzano.
Meanwhile, that'll be 5 points, 5-point deficit rather for the Titans. Malano. Good at that three ball.
Another 3-point basket para dito kay Malano. That's his 7th point in the game.
More importantly, it's an 8-point gap in favor of the Titans. Meanwhile, Jimenez grabs the steal. Paul Malano. The fake. Puts one up, puts one in. Against the much taller Manzano and makes it a 10-point lead. A double-digit lead for the EDERUN Titans. And what a run for EDERUN to start this ball game. Let's take another look at what exactly happened right there. First, this 3-point bomb unleashed by Malano, and then, of course, the fast break bucket afterwards. They're up by 10. We'll return after the short break. Back to the action right here in PCU DASMARINAS. As it's a 10-point lead for the Titans, 16-6. Angeles trying to find his teammates, finds Nablo. He's picked up by DJ Howe. Nablo finds Adams, picked up by Salahuddin. And wait a minute, there's gonna be a foul off ball. It's gonna be called on Rejoice Jimenez.
You can see the defense of EDERUN really suffocating and pressuring the ball handlers of New Era.
So make it 16-6 as there's 3 team fouls on the side of EDERUN. Meanwhile, Adams, he has nowhere to go. Trying to find his teammates. Finds Gallardo. He will fire, but that's no good. Rebound captured by Jalen Garcia. Meanwhile, tracks down the open Rejoice Jimenez.
A great feed there by Jimenez.
Make that a 12-point lead for the EDERUN Titans. As there's over 2 minutes remaining in chapter number 1. So sideline inbound for King Gallardo and the Hunters. He's guarded by Josiel Gastador, but this time it's gonna be Vincent Nablo bringing it down. He's up against Manese. Nablo being harassed by Manese. Nablo almost lost it. Great defense from Manese, but it's still with New Era. Gallardo, he won't knock down that three. Manese, high pass. Garcia, too high apparently, but EDERUN will keep it alive. Inside the key jumper, no good from Salahuddin. King Gallardo, this time it's Adams. He puts on the moves, backing down Salahuddin, his fellow FSA, and he gets 2 points off him.
Great post-up move para dito kay Adams against a taller defender, Salahuddin.
Manese brings it down, up against Gallardo. It's back to him. He will fire a three, but he won't knock that down. Vincent Nablo has it. Crossover, will attack. Almost, but not quite for Vincent Nablo. Here comes Jalen Garcia. Slips, finds Manese, but intercepted by Angeles. And hesitated to bring it down, but it's still with them. New Era having this possession. Under a minute remaining in chapter number 1. 𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒𝐒 Adams backing down his fellow FSA, and it's gonna be a foul on the floor.
And that's the second personal foul of Salaudin. He needs to be smart here on defending Adams.
But wait a minute, that is the foul limit already of EDERUN, so that's gonna be 2 freebies for 𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒𝐒 Adams, again the foreign student athlete of New Era University. And the first freebie is good, and it's down to a single-digit lead for EDERUN.
And Adams is averaging 12 points, 14 rebounds, and 1 assist.
1 out of 2 for 𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒𝐒 Adams. Meanwhile, EDERUN. Good ball circulation. One-hander is good for number 22, Joshua Gastador.
A good pass there by Manse.
Angeles. Oh, Garcia completing the steal. Panganiban. This time the fadeaway, that's no good from Gastador. And rebound captured by Angeles. New Era brings it down. Basabika. They have 7 seconds. Angeles has it. Backing down his defender. He puts one up. And it's no good. Adams, one last try. 2 freebies coming up for 𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒𝐒 Adams with no more time on the clock.
And that's a great effort by Adams trying to secure that offensive rebound.
Take another look on what happened. Again, that was a miss from Angeles. And 𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒𝐒 Adams, great anticipation, drawing a foul, and he should be going to the line right now for 2 freebies. So yes, he will indeed, but there will be no more rebounders as there's no more time. They're down by 11. 2 freebies can cut it to a single-digit deficit.
And this is a great opportunity for New Era to make a plan for their offensive scheme since Salaudin has 2 personal fouls.
First one is no good for Adams. And he will go 0 out of 2. So that will end our first period 20-9. 11-point gap in favor of the EDERUN Titans.
Download now. Available on Google Play and App Store. Go on, Pinoy! The first ever progressive role-playing fighting game, Game of the Immortals. Available now on Google Play and App Store. Go on, Pinoy!
to the action right here as it's 20-9.
Yes.
And we'll be beginning our second period. Again, it's an 11-point lead in favor of the Titans. Manese from deep. He won't hit it. Nablo grabs the board. Vincent Nablo has it. Finds Tolentino. They swing it around. Oh, Angeles overcooks that pass as that was intended actually for 𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒𝐒.
And that's the 7th turnover already by New Era. So far, the defense has been successful, talking about end the run, applying that full court press during that first quarter. And at the same time, the 3 points of Malano that really puts them in 11-point advantage.
Meanwhile, another three-pointer.
Another 3-pointer by Gastador.
To make that now a 12-point lead on the side of the EDERUN Titans. So far, New Era having difficulties reaching double digits. Nablo fades away though. Finally, they score double digits in this ball game, 23-11. Although they're still trailing by 12. Meanwhile, Garcia going to work.
Great move there by Garcia, separating himself to his opponent.
Here comes the Hunters, trying to generate some offense. Angeles up top against Manese. Looking for his teammates, finds Nablo. Angeles provides the pick. Nablo, no good on that 3-ball. Manese to Gastador. Sends it to the other wing. Jalen Garcia. No good on that shot. 𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒𝐒 captures the board. Vincent Nablo against 𝐍ᴜᴅ_Panganiban. This time it's Angeles. He hands it off to James Tolentino. It's back to Vincent Nablo. The pick again from Angeles. Nablo out to Angeles. The pick this time from 𝐍𝐁𝐶EVILIA. Angeles trying to muscle his way inside. Won't work, but they will keep it alive. And Tolentino's shot is no good. Meanwhile, here comes Josiel Gastador. He will stop and pop, but he won't make it. Manese, big time board, unable to put it back in. As New Era will have this possession once again. They have this fast break. James Tolentino overcooks it, but the putback tapped in by 𝐍𝐁𝐶EVILIA.
Finally, a basket para dito kay Sevilla. That's his first basket of the game.
Meanwhile, EDERUN with this possession. Manese will send it out. Jalen Garcia from the corner, that's good.
A good corner shot there by Garcia.
Make that a 15-point lead in favor of the EDERUN Titans. 𝐍𝐁𝐶EVILIA has it up top. Time to direct the offense. Thought about the 3, will find Tolentino. The pick provided by Angeles. Tolentino, no good on that 3-ball. Sevilla keeps it alive, will fade away, and still no good. As here comes Jalen Garcia against Tolentino. Not working for him that time.
A great defense there by Tolentino, blocking the pathway of Garcia.
Nablo has it. Angeles provides the pick. Nablo gives it to Angeles. He attacks, picks it up, and it's gonna be a foul called on Libago as he seems to be hit on the face. Nonetheless, it's gonna be free throws for Franz Angeles.
And that's a fearless move by Angeles, trying to create a play for his team.
So the 6'1" power forward of New Era University will go to the line. Right now, we'll be turning it over to Steph Benito for a report.
Alam niyo ba, Chon, Coach Quito, na naibahagi sa akin ni Coach J. Agsalud ng Hunters na hindi talaga sila nagte-training during weekends. This is for his players to be able to spend their time with their families. But for this game, they made an exemption. Kaya naman inaasahan ni Coach J na ibibigay ng kanyang mga manlalaro hindi lang 100%, sabi niya 110% best daw nila. For this game, they made sure to work on their defense. Ang sabi sa akin ni Coach, masisipagan daw nila sa depensa since their opponent's shooting percentage is outstanding. Let's see kung mag-translate to victory ang naging training nila last weekend. Gentlemen?
Thank you very much, Steph, for that report. And indeed, if you're gonna face a team like EDERUN, you have to practice, and that includes even on weekends.
Yes, 100%. And at the same time, their winning streak is on the line as well. So they really want to make sure they really want to secure this win.
But obviously, it's not gonna be an easy feat for New Era as they're trailing by 13. That shot no good from Panganiban. Here comes Nablo and New Era. Tolentino for 3. Won't work for them. Manese to Panganiban. He rises up, and that's good.
Great layup there by Panganiban. Jumping off the outstretched arms of Sevilla.
Tolentino has the basketball in his hands. Adams back in the game for New Era. Towards Adams, backing down Libago. Adams puts one up, and that's good. Off the putback.
Great putback there by Adams. That's the second rebound already by Adams.
So the lead is still at 12 as both teams going just back and forth. Jalen Garcia sidesteps. Libago cuts, gets the pass. Great execution from EDERUN.
Oh, great read there by Garcia. Drawing two defenders. Passing it to an open teammate.
Meanwhile, offensive foul will be called on Vincent Nablo for blocking the pathway of a black shirt.
Again, New Era still having a hard time to break the press of EDERUN.
And a timeout called right here by the Hunters as we'll take a short break. Back to the action right here as we saw that beautiful execution coming from the EDERUN Titans. Great read by Garcia, finding the cutting teammate in Libago, and that gives them a 14-point lead as of now. Still with the possession. DJ Howe finds his teammates. De Los Reyes to Salaudin, but that's no good. And on the run are the Hunters. Sevilla circling around the arc, sends it to the corner. New Era trying to figure something out. Towards Adams, no good on that jump shot. It's still with them. Sevilla backing down Howe. Sevilla unable to score against DJ Howe, gets it back, and it will draw a foul. So that's going to be 2 freebies for Jared Sevilla.
But you got to give credit to Sevilla trying to keep the ball alive for New Era. Puts themselves in the charity stripe.
And a chance to minimize this deficit with these set of freebies for Jared Sevilla.
Plus, that's the third personal foul of Saludin.
So Salaudin will have to be cautious of course, his defense, of being over-aggressive. As we're seeing Coach Pipo actually lecturing Mustafa Salaudin, telling him to mellow down a little bit on defense, as again, he does have 3 fouls already. That one is good for Jared Sevilla. It's back to a 12-point lead. DJ Howe brings it down. De Los Reyes finds Malano. This time it's Rejoice Jimenez. Libago up top. De Los Reyes A three, no good. They fight for the board. Paul Malano able to grab it. Malano being aggressive inside. And a foul will be called on New Era.
And look at the effort of Malano fighting against 4 white shirts.
De Los Reyes, high pass. Paul Malano. Thought about the three. Libago. Nowhere to go. De Los Reyes puts one up. No good. Adams capturing the board. And here comes the Hunters. Arambulo hands it off. Adams puts one up. And a foul will be called. That's on Albert Libago.
And that's the third personal foul of Libago as well.
So the big man of EDERUN seems to be over-aggressive on the defensive side, tallying some fouls. So Salaudin and Libago already having 3 fouls each. However, Adams will miss that first freebie.
And good thing for EDERUN, New Era is not really capitalizing on the free throws that they are taking.
Adams will go 0 out of 2. And it's still at 12. DJ Howe will bring it down. Finds Malano, back to Howe. DJ Howe puts on the moves. Malano for 3. He won't hit it. Adams captures the board. Arambulo not wasting any time. Adams asking for it. He gets it. Trying to back down Libago. No foul call. Good defense from Libago. And possession will go to the Titans.
Good defense there by Libago, standing front and putting his arms up.
Here goes DJ Howe and the Titans. As Howe directs the offense. De Los Reyes, this time it's Jimenez. Sends it outside. The attack by Malano. It's still with EDERUN. Rejoice Jimenez. The putback is good.
Good reverse layup there in the part of Jimenez. And that's his 7th point in the game.
So looks like possession will stay with New Era after a foul will be called on the Titans. So here goes Arambulo. Picked up by Rejoice Jimenez. Arambulo sends it outside. Adams against Libago. Backing down Libago. No foul call. Great defense. It's out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Hunters. So it'll be Luzon triggering the inbound. Finds Labio. Good passing. Manzano, though, will turn the ball over. So not good passing after all. DJ Howe has it. Crossover. Behind the back. Other side pass. Rejoice Jimenez hesitated on the 3 and traveled on the possession.
It's a missed opportunity in the part of EDERUN. Jimenez should have taken that jumper.
Nonetheless, New Era will bring it down. Luzon up against Jimenez. Luzon directing the offense, telling Arambulo to go to the other corner. Meanwhile, it's Labio. Step back 3. Won't connect. Rebound captured by DJ Howe.
New Era shots are always forced shots. You need to give credit by the defense of EDERUN.
13 seconds remaining. And that's no good from De Los Reyes. Manzano, the ball is in his hands. Adams will lose it. Great defense from De Los Reyes. He puts one up, but that's going to be overcooked. And we'll end our first half with a score of 33-19. And so far, it's the EDERUN Titans in the driver's seat, dominating their opponents in New Era University. We return for the start of chapter number 3 and the second half. And once again, this is the one and only NAASCU Season 22 Usad sa 22.
The first ever progressive role-playing fighting game, Game of the Immortals. Available now on Google Play and App Store. Gawang Pinoy!
At the half, it's 33-19, and it's the EDERUN Titans on top. by a bunch, a dominating lead, a commanding lead even for the Titans. And so far, New Era really struggling against the black shirts,
Yes.
even though, you know, 𝐍𴜜ᴅ Adams has been trying to do his best. You know, the overall team effort of this EDERUN Titans is just unmatched.
So far, for Don Benito's halftime stats, the Phoenix is averaging, their field goals is 25%. They have 24 rebounds and their bench scoring is 8. While for EDERUN, their shooting percentage, they have 37% in the field with 4 out of 16 in the three-point range, grabbing 21 rebounds and only committed 3 turnovers.
So far, it's an 11-point lead for the Titans as we begin our second half.
And a turnover for the part of EDERUN, and not a way for them to start the third quarter.
Meanwhile, Aldrich David brings it down for New Era. Great aggressiveness. He will fire for 3. He will make it from downtown. He will cut it to just an 8-point deficit.
And that's the first three-pointer for New Era. Cuts the lead into 11.
It's now just an 8-point lead on the side of the EDERUN Titans as they circulate the ball in offense very well. Ends up with Salaudin up top. He tried to set it inside to De Los Reyes, but there's going to be a foul.
And that's a great high-low play in the part of EDERUN, looking for that mismatch.
And now we're seeing Renzo Navarro of the Manila Stars. Of course, one of the league leaders in assists, if not the league leader in assists currently in the MPBL. Thank you very much, not only to him, of course, but to the rest of our audience here in PCU 𝐷ASMARINAS for tuning in to our games today for NAASCU Season 22, usad sa 22. Meanwhile, the spin. Jimenez no good. Salaudin tried to slam it back in, but it's unsuccessful. David, the crossover. He will fire for 3. He won't make it. Both teams fight for the rebound. It's a wrestling match, but it'll ultimately end up with New Era.
As you can see, New Era is really responding well on being active in terms of getting those loose balls.
So it's still an 8-point gap in favor of EDERUN. But right now, New Era, a chance to minimize the lead. Sevilla against DJ Howe. And good job for Sevilla capitalizing on the mismatch.
Great post-up move para dito kay Sevilla. That's his 6th point of the game.
To make that now just 6-point deficit. Still EDERUN on top as DJ Howe almost losing the basketball. He puts on the moves against Aldrich David. He drops it to Salaudin, and a foul will be called on New Era. So almost 3 minutes passing by in chapter number 3. And it'll be Rejoice Jimenez triggering the inbound. He finds Salaudin, but he steps out of bounds. So the ball will now go to New Era.
Another unforced error by EDERUN. And this is a good opportunity for New Era to execute and cut this lead to 1-possession ball game.
Aldrich David up against Manese. Labio asking for it. He gets it. 𝐍𝐶 Adams hands it off to David. 𝐍𝐶 Adams will get it back, and he will slam it home once again.
Another great two-man action between David and Adams.
And that's dunk number 2 already for 𝐍𝐶 Adams, and more importantly, he cuts the lead to just 4. As we take another look, again, two-man game executed perfectly by Adams and David. We'll return after a short break. Back to the action right here in NAASCU Season 22, usad sa 22. And so far, it's a 4-point lead in favor still of EDERUN, but it's now trimmed. It used to be as high as 12,
Yes.
or even 13. But right now, Salaudin finding a gap in that new era defense.
And great curl there by Salaudin. And that's the first basket of EDERUN for the third quarter.
So the lead is back to 6. Sevilla at the corner. Outside it's David. Up against Manese. Drops it to Adams. Dunk number 3 for Toritzeo Adams.
Another great find there by David for a cutting Adams.
Great way for New Era to capitalize on their FSA. So right now it's back to a 4-point gap. The Joyce Jimenez finds Jalen Garcia up top. Malano will attack. Paul Malano try to drop it to Salaudin. And a steal right here by New Era. Aldrich David, the spin. He's blocked though. And possession will stay with the Hunters.
And so far, Aldrich David is the guy who's really helping New Era facilitate their offense.
Meanwhile, Malano and I believe that's Labio getting a little bit chippy inside the paint. Nonetheless, Labio will receive it. He will fire outside, but he won't make it. Rebound by Manese. And he is handling the basketball for EDERUN. Manese, good at that inside a paint jumper. Meanwhile, New Era, they're down by 6 once again. Again, it used to be 12. So definitely some improvements on their part. For now, we'll be turning it over to Steph Benito for your report.
Konting update lang during the timeout. Simula pa lang daw ng season, pinaalalahanan na ni Coach 𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒𝐒 ng Hunters na sa depensa sila mananalo. But during the first half, they seem to be lacking one. Mataas daw ang kumpiyansa ng kalaban at mababa ang score ng Hunters dahil walang depensa ang mga ito. Aside from that, hinahanap din ni Coach ang mga plays na pinag-aralan nila na tila hindi na-execute ng maayos dahil nagkakanya-kanya daw ang mga ito sa loob ng court. Kailangan daw nilang mag-communicate. Sa panig naman ng Titans, though the team is leading, napansin ni Coach Pipo na hindi na tumatakbo ang mga ito during the second quarter. Paalala lang ni Coach, they can't be too complacent dahil may second half pa. Gentlemen?
Thank you very much, Steph, for that report. And indeed, EDERUN has perhaps let their guard down as it's now just a 3-point lead for them. And tama si Coach Pipo, you shouldn't be too complacent as there's still a whole half. Or in this case, you know, half of the third quarter and one more quarter after this.
And at the same time, New Era really responded well with Coach J.
Meanwhile, EDERUN will lose it. Aldrich David completing the steal, although there's gonna be a foul called on Josiel Gastador.
That's a smart foul in the part of Gastador. That will help EDERUN settle their defense.
Right now, triggering the inbound will be Labio. At the baseline. Wait a minute, there seems to be a wet spot on the floor, so that'll just be mopped real quick. Again, it's Joe Mark Labio. Studied in ICC during his high school days. Right now, again, is with the New Era University Hunters. Sideline inbound. He finds David. He's guarded by Manese. Lauzon. It's back to David. A lot of off-ball movements for New Era. But this time it's Lauzon. It's back to David. He needs to go to work. And he fires. He won't make it though, but the putback is good from Basabica.
Just at the right time and the right moment para dito kay Basabica. And that's his first basket of the game.
So right now the lead is trimmed to just 1 for the Titans. Meanwhile, Manese sends it to the corner. Gastador gets blocked. He gets it back though and drops it to Salahuddin, but that's gonna be goaltending. Oh, wait a minute. No, not goaltending, but a foul rather. As Salahuddin will now be taking freebies.
That's a foul from Lauzon.
First one is good for Mustafa Salahuddin as he makes it a 2-point lead for the Titans. A chance to make it 3.
And Mustafa Salahuddin, he has 4 points and 7 rebounds already for today's game.
He goes 1 out of 2. And Angeles gets fouled by Josiel Gastador. That'll be foul number 3 of EDERUN in this quarter. It seems to be a platoon substitution on the side of New Era. And TG Howe going back in for the EDERUN Titans. Angeles sends it to King Gallardo. Oh, that's Vincent Nablo rather handling the basketball. But this time it's gonna be King Gallardo. Sevilla will fire from the wing. That's overcooked. Lauzon grabs it back. They keep it alive, but he will turn the ball over quickly after stepping out of bounds.
New Era needs to be smarter to execute their plays. Try not to force their way too much.
Meanwhile, Gastador from deep, unable to make it. Howe with a big-time rebound, and he puts it back in. The little guy going to work.
That was a great effort for Howe.
That's no good. Gastador grabs the board. DJ Howe on the run. Howe will fade away. That's good. 4 points in a row for DJ Howe.
And just in time for Howe to get heat up in this third period.
So make that now a 6-point lead for the Titans once again. Sevilla. Nowhere to go. He fades away. That's no good for him. Gastador tracks down the rebound. Here comes Jalen Garcia all the way. But that's going to be a traveling violation.
Both teams trying to force their shots, not trying to be patient.
So over a minute remaining in chapter number 3. We still have a close game on our hands. As Vincent Nablo brings it down for the New Era University Hunters. Franz Angeles losing it out of bounds.
And another unforced error. Or rather, good thing New Era will keep their possession in that sequence.
Gallardo will trigger the inbound. Oh, what a play from New Era, but unable to be completed by Manzano. Meanwhile, Malano nowhere to go. Outside to Howe. To the other side, Gastador unable still to hit the 3. And a rebound gotten by Lauzon. Franz Angeles has it. He will attack. Manzano, crazy shot, not going in. And DJ Howe looks at the clock. Under 30 seconds remaining. Malano puts one up, still not falling for EDERUN. Angeles, King Gallardo, Nablo. Unable to be completed by New Era, still not falling for Gallardo. And a foul intentionally taken by King Gallardo.
Oh, that's a lucky break in the part of EDERUN. New Era was able to convert in that fast break.
So last 12 seconds in our chapter number 3. And EDERUN will have a chance to perhaps take that last shot of the period. It'll be in the hands of 𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒𝐂𝐔. Last 8 seconds. Libago not wasting any time. Last 3 seconds. 𝐻𝐿. Half-court shot. Almost, but not quite. As that'll be the end of our third period. It's 42-36. A 6-point gap in favor of the EDERUN Titans as they remain in the front seat. But still, we have one whole quarter after this. So better stay tuned. And once again, this is NAASCU Season 22, usad sa 22.
The first ever progressive role-playing fighting game, Game of the Immortals. Available now on Google Play and App Store. 𝐍𝐿 Pinoy!
To 36 as we approach our fourth quarter. So far, it's the EDERUN Titans on top, still in the driver's seat. But then again, still ample amount of time, more than ample amount of time for New Era to regain the lead and possibly get the W over the Titans.
Yes, and New Era had a great run in the third quarter, scoring 17 points compared to 9 points of EDERUN. And that's the reason why EDERUN is only ahead by 6 points.
Meanwhile, EDERUN, Paul Malano reverse. Great defense from 𝐍𝐿. EDERUN even better defense as they get back the possession. It's out of bounds though, but it'll stay with the EDERUN Titans.
And those are the little things that you want to see in the part of EDERUN, trying to be active and try to tap those 50-50 loose balls.
𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒 to Panganiban, back to 𝐻𝐿. Fade away, that's good for 𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒.
That was a great pull-up shot there by 𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒. And that's his 6 points in the game.
So the lead is up to 8. Aldrich David, Lauzon sends it to Manzano. Or rather, that's Jared Sevilla. Good on that lunky bounce.
That's a great shot there by Sevilla. Over a contested shot.
So it's back to a 6-point game. 𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒. It's a pick from Salaudin. He lost it. Panganiban picks it up. That is blocked by 𝐍𝐿. It's still with them. Salaudin still no good. They had 3 tries. Meanwhile, David crossover. David drops it. Adams. Could have been a highlight play. And Adams, or rather that's David, seems to be limping. Hopefully it's nothing serious for Aldrich David. As let's take another look. That was a great move coming from David. But I think he could have taken the shot.
Yes. But he twisted his ankle during that last defensive stop. But you can see his fighting spirit trying to keep the possession alive for New Era.
First freebie for 𝐍𝐿.
And New Era is really struggling in the free throw line, shooting 5 out of 10 already.
0 out of 2 for 𝐍𝐿. Could have cut the lead to just 4. De Los Reyes to 𝐍𝐀𝐻𝐿 at the left wing, back to De Los Reyes at the right wing. Now he's up top. It's back to 𝐻𝐿. At the left side of the arc, puts on the moves. 𝐍𝐀𝐻𝐿 will send it out. Panganiban. Short on that jumper. Meanwhile, Adams. Exact passing to Basabica, but that's going to be defended very well by Panganiban.
Great effort there by Panganiban trying to disrupt the layup.
Meanwhile, Lauzon directing the offense. Sevilla at the corner, this time at the baseline against De Los Reyes. muscles his way inside.
Great move there by Sevilla. That's his 10th point in the game.
And more importantly, will cut the lead of EDERUN to just 4. Paniban. Now it's Salaudin, DJ Howe at the right wing. Up top is Hans de los Reyes. He puts one up. No good at that jump shot. Rebound being fought. And it's got by 𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒𝐒 Adams. Meanwhile, Arambulo this time. New Era trying to make something out of nothing, but Sevilla stepping out of bounds. Still a 4-point gap. Titans still on top. It's a 2-possession game.
Yes, plus the 14th turnover para sa New Era.
Malano has it. Finds Manese. Manese, jump shot. Rolls out of the rim. Salaudin tried to save it, but it'll go with New Era.
And again, every time Salaudin is in the court, EDERUN is trying to force their passes to him. And so far, it's not that effective.
Here comes Arambulo for New Era. They're down by just 4. Lauzon to Adams. He's up against Salaudin, fellow FSA. Adams scores against Salaudin.
Great aggressive post-up move there by Adams. He knew that Salaudin has 3 personal fouls.
That's 𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒𝐒 Adams, or as our announcer called him, TJ Adams.
And plus, he has the double-double already.
More importantly, the lead is just cut to 2. As that'll be a miss coming from Salaudin. And a foul will be called on EDERUN. And possession will go to New Era. That's foul number 2 for the Titans. So Lauzon brings it down. He's up against Manese. He's at the right wing. Trying to find his teammates. Angeles provides the pick. Behind the back pass. Angeles will fire. And no good. And rebound grabbed by Malano. Manese grabs it as well. Almost an outside pass. Meanwhile, Malano. Or rather, it was Manese. And this time it's Malano with the basketball. The pick. Malano, the spin. Malano will lose it, but a foul will be drawn by him. And right now, we'll be turning it over to Steph Benito for a report.
Sa panic ng Hunters this quarter, Coach 𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒 plans on utilizing his bigs since according to him, their inside is their advantage. Coach J is still hopeful that this game would be the end of their winning streak. Reminded his team the same thing he's been reminding them ever since, to play aggressive on defense. Napansin din ni Coach na bumabagal na ang kabilang koponan, something they can use to their advantage for this quarter. Now, will it be an end of a winning streak for them or a continuation of their victory? What do you think?
Thank you very much, Steph, for that report. And indeed, you know, anything could happen in our game, at least with what it's looking like right now. It's only a 3-point lead by the Titans. 1-possession game right here. As it's Arambulo directing the offense. He's up against Jalen Garcia. Arambulo unable to send that in. But wait a minute, a foul will be called on Libago. So that's foul number 3 for EDERUN.
And plus, that's the 4th personal foul of Libago. So the bigs of EDERUN is really struggling to defend Adams.
So New Era, another possession for them. Looks like it'll be Lauzon at the sidelines. As Coach 𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒𝐒 seems to have words for our officials. Nonetheless, our play will continue. Lauzon triggering the baseline inbound. Finds Basabica. Outside, it's Arambulo. Back to Lauzon. This time it's Adams. TJ Adams against Libago. TJ Adams, no foul call. He gets it back. Low zone. Off the glass, it's good.
And great recognition there by Adams for an open Luan zone.
It's only a 1-point lead for the Titans as Arambulo gets called for the reach-in. That's only foul number 2 for New Era.
As you can see, the momentum is shifting towards New Era right now because of their defense and good recognitions in terms of their offense.
And DJ Howe is back in the ball game. And the run looks to provide that expert ball handling. DJ Howe indeed does give that to his team. Meanwhile, DJ Howe will fire. A rare shot coming from DJ Howe.
Oh, what a shot there by DJ Howe. Timely shot there to put a cushion for end the run.
So that was a long two coming from Howe. Usually he hits that somewhere around the elbow area. Nonetheless, it'll give his squad a little bit of breathing room. 3 points to be exact. And Adams getting out of the game, perhaps a chance for EDERUN to score. But right now it'll be in the hands of New Era. Low zone finds Basabiga, almost a steal from Garcia. Angeles for 3. And no good from France Angeles. And a foul on New Era, possession going to EDERUN.
And that was a great box out by Libago.
And that 3 could have tied the ball game up at 47. Unfortunately, France Angeles missed that shot.
Howe is the guy who's been contributing in terms of points for end the run. So let's see what will be the execution for this possession.
Meanwhile, a foul on the attack coming from Jalen Garcia. So 2 freebies coming up. And a chance to make it a 2-possession game in favor of EDERUN.
At the line, you can see Jalen Garcia. He only has 4 points and 1 rebound with 3 assists, surprisingly.
He got 5 points after that first freebie.
He averages 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 2.5 assists.
Looks like EDERUN will have to ask more of him this game. But he goes 2 out of 2, make that 6 points already for Jalen Garcia. He gets a steal as well. Oh, Garcia. It could have been a highlight play, and nonetheless, New Era will get it. No good from Labio. Sevilla, the putback is good. And the lead is cut down to 3.
Great contribution here para dito kay Sevilla. He has 12 points already with 8 rebounds.
We have 3 minutes remaining in chapter number 4. And EDERUN will turn the ball over. So another chance for New Era to actually tie the ball game up or cut the lead to just 1.
This is a very interesting sequence in the part of EDERUN. Not executing properly in the offense.
Looks like Coach 𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒𝐒 will talk things over with his boys. They're down by just 3 and will return after this timeout. The action right here again, it's 49-46 as we're seeing Spalding, the official basketball of the NAASCU season 22 USAN sa 22. Hashtag the tax Spalding. And right now again it's a 3-point lead in favor of the Titans as we're nearing our 2-minute mark. 3 minutes left in chapter number 4. Right now, possession will be with Jared Sevilla and company. Talking about the new era Hunters. Jimenez trying to distract him. They find Aldrich David. He's double teamed. Has nowhere to go. But it'll end up with a bucket for New Era.
Great ball movement there by New Era, recognizing the blitz of David.
So just a defensive lapse right there coming from EDERUN. And of course, yeah, props to David as well for finding the open guys. So make that now just a 1-point lead by the Titans. No lead is safe in this ball game. DJ Howe to Jimenez. That is missed badly. That is blocked by TJ Adams.
What a block there by Adams.
Meanwhile, Jalen Garcia taps that out of bounds. But possession will stay with the New Era Hunters. Lauzon triggering the inbound. Finds David. He's up against De Los Reyes. David losing it. And a steal by Jimenez. So Howe handles the leather. They're up by 1. Jalen Garcia. No good. No good at the putback as well. Coming from Hans De Los Reyes. But it'll stay with the EDERUN Titans.
Still a great effort on the part of EDERUN, trying to keep the ball alive. And EDERUN is just leading by 1 point. And I want to see how they will execute in this possession.
Under 2 minutes remaining in chapter number 4. Rejoice Jimenez will trigger the baseline inbound. Finds his teammate in DJ Howe. Paul Malano for 3. And that both hit. Meanwhile, Labio seems to have gotten hit on the face.
That was a great open shot by Malano. Just couldn't make the basket.
And is still on the floor. As we'll take another look on that Paul Malano 3. Again, Labio seemed to have gotten hit by the much bigger Salaudin, the foreign student athlete of EDERUN. So he's still on the floor, but he'll be helped up by Lauzon, his teammate. As we're seeing Coach J.A.G. Salud, head coach of the New Era Hunters, who are only down by 1 with less than 2 minutes remaining in our ball game. And our officials still talking things over.
And it's a good opportunity for New Era to plan their offensive scheme for this possession.
Let's see what will be the verdict of our officials. Again, another look. Salaudin perhaps unintentionally hitting Labio, but still damage has been made. So let's see what will be the verdict of our officials. So possession will be given to the New Era Hunters. And a chance for them to take the lead with under 2 minutes remaining in our ball game.
The two-man action of David and Adams are very effective. So let's see if they will execute it in this possession.
DJ Howe against David. He almost loses it. And EDERUN will complete the steal. DJ Howe, the ball is in his hands. He's been phenomenal for EDERUN. Malano up against Lauzon. Jimenez trying to get free. He does. Finds Garcia. Jalen Garcia. Traveling violation called.
Costly turnover in the part of EDERUN. And that's the 11th turnover already by EDERUN.
Could have made a difference, but right now, New Era, another chance to take the lead. But EDERUN pressuring New Era and implementing this full court press.
This full court press has been effective for EDERUN.
Meanwhile, Aldrich David handles the leather for the Hunters. David attacks. David puts one up. No good. And a rebound by Salaudin. Under a minute remaining.
Great stop there by EDERUN.
DJ Howe finds Malano. This time it's Jimenez back to Howe up top. They have 10 to work with. It's down to 8. Jimenez hands it off. Malano. They have nowhere to go. Malano the spin. Drops it. Slam dunk. Coming from Mustafa Salaudin.
What an execution there for the part of EDERUN. Great pass by Malano.
That puts rather EDERUN within 3 points. Let's take another look. Great find coming from Paul Malano to the free Mustafa Salaudin for that slam dunk.
And look at that spin move of Malano, drawing the defense of Adams. And that's the reason why Salaudin is open for a slam jam.
Finally, Salaudin able to answer back with a dunk of his own after 3 dunks coming from TJ Adams in this whole game. But still, New Era, 3-point lead for EDERUN. They still have a chance to send it to overtime perhaps, or who knows, to win the game. Still 36 seconds remaining.
What a treat that we had here, Joe.
But at least it's a little bit of breathing room for the side of EDERUN.
Yes.
As right now, again, we have 36.7 seconds remaining. After this, we still have 2 more games, so better stay tuned.
And so far, the 3-point shooters here that can make New Era tie this game is David, who made 3 3-pointers.
New Era, they have this possession. David has it up against DJ Howe. Adams provides the pick. David puts on the moves. He will fire. He will tie the ball game up at 51.
What a shot there by David. Ice in his veins.
He ties the game up at 51. We have a deadlock. 28 seconds remaining. Let's take another look. David. Brave shot. The fearlessness coming from Aldrich David. Hitting it in front of the outstretched arms of DJ Howe. Talk about stepping up as the Hunters hunt their prey. And again, a deadlock at 51. EDERUN will still have a chance to make something happen, perhaps get the last shot or formulate something with whatever time they have, and nonetheless they can get the lead.
Yes. And that's an advantage of EDERUN now, trying to milk the clock and find that best possible outcome to make a basket here.
So they have 28 seconds on the game clock. There's 24 seconds on the shot clock. If ever they do burn the clock down, there's just, what, gonna be 6 seconds remaining for the Hunters to do something.
And I would like to see the same play that they orchestrated a while ago, so that we can see how New Era will react in that sequence.
And we'll see if that'll be what EDERUN will do.
But for EDERUN, they don't need to steal. They just need to get a stop, because we know that they're gonna have the possession again.
Here comes DJ Howe. Let's see what EDERUN will do right here. It's a tied ball game. DJ Howe. Salaudin. Jimenez will hand it off. Malano to Garcia. Inside, what a play for the EDERUN Titans. Mustafa Salaudin with an emphatic dunk.
And that's the same play that they orchestrated a while ago. But this time, they tried to move the ball around and swing it back to Garcia. And Garcia was so patient to pass the ball to Salaudin for that another slam.
So again, Mustafa Salaudin bringing out Thor's hammer with a thunderous jam. And more importantly, a 2-point lead for the EDERUN Titans. But still, there's 9.8 seconds remaining. If you're a New Era, there's no need to panic. There's still
Yes.
ample amount of time
Yes.
to formulate something.
However, it's very tempting for you to seal the deal with a three-pointer by David, or try to make a two-man action again with Adams and David.
But that'll be up to Coach 𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒𝐂𝐔. Let's see if he'll indeed want a three-pointer or if they'll go for a quick two, which will probably send us to overtime. Nonetheless, we'll be seeing action in just a moment. Both teams no more fouls to give, so they can actually attack the lane and
Yes.
draw a foul, and perhaps tie the ball game up at the free throw line. So that's
Yes.
another option for them.
Yes. They can foul Adams as well, because you can see Adams right now, he has 1 out of 8 in the free throw.
So at least that's going to be a comfortable option for EDERUN if ever they do choose to attack.
Yes.
But again, we'll see. We'll see what Coach 𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒𝐂𝐔 has in store for us. Sevilla triggers the inbound, finds Adams. Inside, Sevilla ties the ball game up at 53.
What a give and go play in the part of Adams and Sevilla. And Adams was so patient to see and orchestrate the play, and you can see that a Sevilla cutting in the middle for that wide open layup.
And EDERUN just caught sleeping on defense as Adams finds the cutting Jared Sevilla. And what a play. Both teams actually with well-written plays
Yes, yes.
during their respective possessions. So you gotta admire, the mind of Coach Pipo, the mind of Coach Jay for New Era. At this point, it's a coach's battle.
Yes. And I was wondering how come they didn't foul Adams in that sequence. But nonetheless, EDERUN has still an opportunity to win this game with 6.2 seconds left in the quarter.
Well, they probably didn't want to risk anything with Adams on the line, because who knows, he might make those free throws and they might regret doing that. But then again, they allowed that 2 points from Jared Sevilla, and it all boils down to this possession by EDERUN. They can win it right here. 6.2 seconds remaining.
And this can be a backdoor play for either Malonzo or Garcia. Let's see what they can do in this possession.
Malano finds Jimenez. Inside, Salaudin gets it to go!
No more timeouts left for New Era.
3 seconds remaining. Oh, that's intercepted by Salaudin, and that'll be it. That is our ball game. And EDERUN escapes with a close W yet again.
Yes, that's a great coaching display by both teams, and you need to give credit by EDERUN.
Let's take another look at this game-winning play coming from Mustafa Salaudin, their foreign student athlete. Props as well to Rejoice Jimenez for getting it over the baseline.
And that's a difficult shot playing against two defenders, but I think David was over defended because Adams was really there in front of him.
Yes, just what a game overall. I mean, again, I told you, only one can prevail in our contest, despite both teams winning their past games.
Yes.
And unfortunately for now, the last laugh belongs to the EDERUN Tyrants. Congratulations to Coach Pipo Nondo, to Coach Pao Pagkalinawan, and to the rest of the coaching staff, and of course to the players of the EDERUN Tyrants. Thank you very much. As well to New Era for showing up, for putting up a fight. But still, again, just like what I said earlier, only one can prevail. And for now, it's going to be the EDERUN Tyrants. Congratulations once again. And we'll be turning it over now to Stephanie Benito to introduce to us our Synergy Best Player of the Game.
And we're the Synergy Player of the Game. In today's game, Paul Malano. Paul, congratulations, first off. How does it feel naman to be winning against a team na 2-0 parang na kayo pa lang nakatalo?
For me, it's a blessing kasi we prepare for New Era kasi, they're a tough team. They have They are undefeated. So, yeah. Lapses lang from the fourth quarter. Doon lang nagkatalo eh. So, doon lang kami nanalo. Yun lang.
Ayun nga. Kayo din is undefeated pa rin up until now. Congratulations again sa iyo. Pangalawang tanong ko sa iyo siguro, gaya ng na-mention mo kanina, during the first half, you guys were dominating. But during the second half, medyo nakakahabol na sila. Nalalamangan na nila kayo. Anong sa tingin mo ang nangyari?
Medyo bad start kami nung start ng third quarter eh. Kasi ewan ko, medyo parang nag-relax kami or whatever. Hindi namin na-execute yung plays namin. We play selfish, parang ganun lang. Buti na lang naka-adjust in the fourth quarter.
Ayun, and you guys were able to get the victory in today's game. Ngayon, meron ka bang gustong pasalamatan, Paul? Gustong i-greet? Go ahead.
First of all, binabati ko yung Panginoon sa panalong binigay sa amin. Binabati ko yung EDERUN community sa pagsuporta nila sa amin. Yung pamilya ko sa Davao, si mama ko, yung kapatid ko, at saka yung papa ko na nasa abroad, shoutout sa inyo. Yung jowa ko na si Sky, shoutout sa inyo. At binabati ko rin si Boss R.R. Wong, papasalamat ako sa kanya. Kung di dahil sa kanya, di ako nakalaro dito. And binabati ko rin si Austin Carl Talisayan and Jen Talisayan and Tito Orly Batallones. And binabati ko rin yung Kalizo family and Dagpin family. And yun lang po, maraming salamat.
And again, congratulations, Paul, the Synergy Player of the Game, Paul Malano.
Thank you very much, Steph. Once again, Paul Malano doing wonders on the side of EDERUN, one of the leaders and one of the reasons why they are propelled into a W, another 2-point W. Last time was against CUP, this time against New Era, and who knows, maybe next time and their next opponent, it's also a close win. But for now, they'll enjoy this victory. Again, congratulations to the EDERUN College's Titans. We still have 2 more games ahead of us, so stay tuned. And once again, this has been 𝐍𝐿𝐼, Coach 𝐍𝐀𝐀𝐒𝐒, Stephanie Benito at the sidelines, and this is NAASCU Season 22, usad sa 22.